folks, big time Jimmy Larson here, welcoming you to another edition of At the Movies. This month we have a very special month in store for you, as it's Spooky Month. That's right, and we are going to have a double feature here on the program today. We are reviewing because today, well, they're creepy, they're kooky, some may even say mysterious. Heck, they're even kind of a little spooky. And when they're all together, they're definitely spooky. Because today, we are reviewing the 1991 film, The Addams Family, and the 1993 sequel, Addams Family Values. These are two very good movies, and like I said, we're going to be taking a look at both of them today for you to enjoy. So in this movie, of course, our main father of the family is Gomez, and this time he is played by Raul Julia. And man, he is looking so distinguished in this role. He could play a general. That's right, and again, they're all here. All of the family, everybody from Lurch to The Thing to Grandmama. No, not that Grandmama, this Grandmama. And of course, there's his wife, Morticia, and there's Pugsley, his son, and what was his daughter's name? No, come on, Gomez, get it together. Your daughter's name is Wednesday, and here she's played by Christina Ricci. So Gomez likes to play golf in a very weird way.
Damn you, Addams!
Sorry about the window, Judge. Keep the ball. I have a whole bucket full.
You know, the judge is used to living near rich people. So, in this movie, Gomez's lawyer, he actually owes some money to a loan shark. So, he plans to rob the Addams family fortune so that he could pay off the loan shark and so that he can have some money to retire on the side as well. And we learned that Gomez's long-lost brother, Fester, has been missing for 25 years. And the loan shark actually has a son, Gordon, who looks a lot like Fester with hair. So they decide to shave his head and have him show up at the Addams family door and pretend to be Gomez's long-lost brother, Fester. And let me just point out that if you took Jim Ignatowski and Dr. Emmett Brown and you put them together, just saying, you get Uncle Fester. Again, just saying. That's fun to do sometimes. So Wednesday decides to teach a new game to Pugsley.
Sit in the chair. Why? So we can play a game. What game? It's called Is There a God?
And then they end up having a school play where the two of them decapitate each other. And their parents absolutely love every minute of it, but the people in the front row, they do not. And then we learned that Uncle Fester actually is the soulful heir to the property, to the estate, and he actually owns the house. And again, because it's Gordon, he decides to throw the family out, forcing them to go and live in a motel. And now, with Gomez's lawyer being involved in all this, Gomez doesn't have a lawyer to try and fight this, but he has a new plan.
They say a man who represents himself has a fool for a client. Well, with God as my witness, I am that fool.
And then Pugsley and Wednesday, they decide they're going to try and raise the money to get them out of this jam by selling lemonade.
Is this made from real lemons? Yes. I only like all natural foods and beverages, organically grown, with no preservatives. Are you sure they're real lemons? Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll buy a cup if you buy a box of my delicious Girl Scout cookies. Do we have a deal? Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
So what Addams Family movie would be complete without Cousin Ed? Yep, he's here. And of course, Eventually, we do end up getting a good climax to this film as Gordon actually comes to the rescue of the Addams after spending so much time with them. He starts to take a liking to them. And we actually discover that Gordon really is Uncle Fester. He's not an imposter. He's had amnesia for the last 25 years, and that's where he's been. So he then settles everything, and now he goes to live with the Addams family, and the lawyer and the loan shark, they're gone. And then the family, they all celebrate by playing Wake the Dead in their cemetery that they have in their backyard. And as we all know, playing Wake the Dead, it eventually worked for Wednesday. Yep. So that's how the film ends, with Morticia coming to Gomez and announcing that she's pregnant. So Addams Family Values begins roughly 9 months after the events of the first movie, and we open the film with Gomez and Thing having an arm wrestling match. Or wait, is it an arm wrestling match, or would that be a hand wrestling match, or would it be an arm hand wrestling match? I don't know, whatever. But they're doing that. And Morticia, she is about to give birth to her baby that she announced at the end of the last movie. And it's a boy. It's a girl. It's Gomez. That's right. And well, yeah, it's baby Pubert. And yes, he is a boy. And although he's played by 2 girls. Fun fact. But Pugsley and Wednesday are absolutely so jealous of this child. They think that he's going to take all the attention away from them. So basically, all throughout the beginning part of this movie, they plan to kill the baby.
The baby weighs 10 pounds. The cannonball weighs 20 pounds. Which will hit the stone walkway first? I'm still on fractions. Which do you think? The cannonball? Very good. But which one will bounce? The baby? There's only one way to find out. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What a glorious evening.
Rain.
So a nanny is hired to come in and look after baby Pubert and make sure that Pugsley and Wednesday do not succeed in killing him. Her name is Debbie, and she is played by Joan Cusack. And here's the problem, though. Her name isn't really Debbie. We don't know her real name. We learned that she has multiple names because she is a con artist and a serial murderer, as she likes to trick rich people into marrying her, then she kills them and steals their money. And now she has her sets on Uncle Fester, as she wants to trick him into marrying her so she can kill Fester and get the family fortune. All these movies always have that same running theme that they're about somebody trying to get that Addams family fortune. So she basically comes in the picture and tries to kill him so that she can get the money and the fortune after marrying him. But she even wants to get Pugsley and Wednesday out of the way so they can't stop her plan. So she actually convinces Morticia and Gomez to send Pugsley and Wednesday off to Camp Chippewa, which is run by Becky and by Gary, as seen here. And Gary, of course, is played by Peter McNichol. And we also learn, we meet a new kid as well at the camp who becomes really good friends. He becomes smitten with Wednesday, Joel, seen here, played by David Krumholtz. And you know, something tells me that if I run the numbers, maybe Joel and Gary might cross paths again somewhere later on. I don't know. But Joel also has this fear going on, which shows that this movie is just way ahead of its time, because, I mean, look at this fear that he has. Yeah, he's afraid of Michael Jackson coming to get him. In this movie, Wednesday absolutely steals every single scene that she's in, like this one here, where you can see that she absolutely does not care if this snobby girl drowns or not. She just is like, yeah, I can't swim, you know. It's just crazy. But yeah, Wednesday basically, like I said, she steals every single scene that she's in. And by the way, that snobby girl, she played the Girl Scout in the first movie. So there's a fun fact of trivia for you. But as punishment for what she's doing here, the camp counselors, Becky and Gary, they force Pugsley and Wednesday and Joel, since he's hanging out with them, like I said, he becomes smitten with Wednesday. They forced him to watch a whole bunch of movies like Annie, and all these like Disney type movies to try and, you know, change around her personality and get rid of the darkness. And it basically, at the end of it, it makes her kind of happy. But yeah, she even agrees to be part of the upcoming Thanksgiving play, where she is going to play Pocahontas. But this is where she shows her true dark side.
Changing the words. And for all these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
Children, can't stop it! You're destroying my tents!
And I'm willing to bet that that is why Becky turned to a life of being a psychiatrist. So Hubert now has completely transformed into a blonde-haired baby, seen here, and it's scaring and freaking out the family for it to look normal. Kind of like the whole Marilyn thing on the Munsters, you know. But we also meet Cousin It's baby. Cousin It now has a baby, as we see here, because the lawyer's wife from the first movie, she ended up with Cousin It at the end of the first movie, and now the two of them have a baby together. And he's so adorable. I mean, just show that again. It's so adorable. But anyway, we also now see that Fester is in fact engaged now to Debbie. He's fallen completely for her trap, and now they're engaged. But things don't go so well at the bachelor party.
That poor girl, Lurch. Was she in there before you baked?
And then, of course, now they do end up getting married, Fester and Debbie, and at every chance that Debbie gets, she is trying to kill Fester, and she keeps failing and failing every single attempt. So after Fester survives this explosion right here, yeah, it's a big one, Debbie finally confesses to him and to everyone what her true plans were and what her motive is, and everyone thinks that she's crazy.
Buddy, I don't like guns or bombs or electric chairs, but sometimes people just won't listen, and so I have to use persuasion.
In front of you.
You calling me a liar?
Well, if the boot fits.
Say that again.
If the boot fits.
Okay, cowboy.
And now Pubert turns back to normal, and he does a series of crazy stuff that causes Debbie to get incinerated, and she turns to ash. No, not that ash. No, come on, put up the real one. Come on. No, not that ash either. Come on, put it up. The real image of. There you go. That's it. That's the ash. She turns to ash, and she's gone, and the movie ends on that high note. So that about wraps it up for my reviews of Addams Family and Addams Family Values. At the start here of Spooky Month. We got some great movies coming your way this month, and I hope that you've enjoyed this review. I hope that it is helpful for you to maybe want to go and watch these movies. And also, I mean, the Addams Family, they've been around for a long, long time, starting in comic strips, having their own TV series. These movies, they have some cartoon movies that come out even to this day. They are definitely the creepiest family ever put together on screen. And get out of here. And yes, indeed, I hope, like I said, that you have enjoyed these reviews. I highly recommend both of them. I tend to like Values more than I like the first one. It's just funnier to me because, like I said, Wednesday steals every scene that she's in, and Christina Ricci is just so good here. It just has to be seen. I obviously couldn't show you everything. Just go and watch these movies. I highly recommend them. Once again, though, folks, I am big time Jimmy Larson, and next week we will be back with another Halloween-themed movie. So until then, thanks for watching.
Wave Beats Music.